under production analysis topic, we are going to discuss about the economies and diseconomies of large scale production. Large scale production means nothing but if you are going to produce in plenty, more quantity of output if you are going to produce, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages the company is going to face? Which we can say advantages are nothing but the economies and disadvantages are diseconomies. So this we are going to discuss today. This is our topic, and let us see what are the different economies of large scale production that we are going to come across. So many in so many ways these companies are going to have advantages due to production of large scale. So what are they? See this how many types are there that we will see. So before which this can be divided into two types. Economies can be divided into two types. One it is internal economies and the second one it is external economies. Internal means these advantages are going to be appeared within the company. So within the company, if any advantages are there due to usage of the inputs, etc., so that comes under the internal economies. External economies, these are going to be outside the company. Some advantages you are going to acquire from the society, from the public. So that comes under here external economies. So we can divide these internal economies into different types again. One it is technical economies. So technical usage. Technically you are going to have certain advantages. First I am giving you the glance of all the economies. Later I will go in detail. So managerial economies, marketing economies, financial economies, risk-bearing economies. Risk-bearing means nothing but whenever any uncertainty is going to be faced, or whenever there is a change in this preferences, then risk will be bared by the company. No? To bear that also certain economies will be there due to large scale production. And economies of research. And coming to the external economies, economies of concentration, economies of information, and economies of welfare is there. So all those comes under here. Something went wrong here. It is stuck. The beginning only this is happening. Economies of welfare. So you can come across economies of welfare not only in external economies, you can also have economies of welfare in the internal also. Internally you have economies of welfare and externally you have economies of welfare. So let us see what are these in detail. So what are the advantages that you are going to come across technically? Can anyone say what are the technical advantages a company can have if they are going to produce in large quantity of production? So large quantity can be produced by a big company, no? So what technical advantages it will have? This is responding very slowly. If I continue, display will be different and that we are going to discuss will be different. Anyone, can you contribute? What are the advantages, technical advantages? If a company is a big company. While joining itself, you mute yourself, Amma. First you mute and then only join. So technically, if a big company is there, they can implement a new technology in the companies, right? So due to which, what happens, you can produce in plenty with less expenditure on the technology. Because new technology, it is going to produce large in quantity, no, within short period. So as fast as they can increase their production. So that advantages will be there if you are large company, big company, or if when you become large company means when you are going to produce in large quantity of output. So that is how this will be an advantage to the um, large scale production. So not only that, you will be coming across this usage of the technology will be 100% you will be utilizing when you produce in large quantity. If there is if you are unable to produce use the 100% technology, then automatically some idle technology will be there, which will increase your cost of production, because the expenditure that you are going to spend on the whole machinery will be distributed among the quantity that you have produced, no? So automatically that will increase the cost of production. If cost of production increases, so cost per unit will be increasing, which ultimately leads to a decrease in your profits. As the company needs to compete in the society, in the market, they have to reduce the cost of production instead of increasing the price so that they can earn more profits. So this is possible. So when your production is in large quantity, then only such advantages you can come across. There, because you are going to utilize them 100%. Utilize the technology, whatever you are having, 100% capacity. So that will reduce the cost of production. So ultimately that will cost per unit will be reduced. And coming to the managerial economies, what are the managerial economies you have? Because if you are in large scale, you have to you are going to divide all the activities and you are going to have separate departments, specialized departments. So you will be having specialized persons to head that particular department. So like, for example, if you take a company will be having finance department, marketing department, HR department, like that separately they will be having if they are in large scale. Otherwise, they cannot afford that much of salaries to the employees. Those who can uh, give use the those who can uh, give their experience to that particular company. So in such a case, what happens? The company will not uh, will not be able to recruit the specialized or technically high qualified persons. So to recruit the high qualified persons, you must be in large scale production. So then only that advantage can be obtained here by the companies. Okay. So that managerial economies will be there if you produce in large scale. So you can utilize their experience and you can improve the quality of the product and you can improve the processes also. So all this comes under the managerial advantages. And coming to the third one, that is marketing. No, marketing advantages. What are the marketing advantages you will have? There you will be coming across, you are going to spend certain marketing purpose related marketing related expenditure like advertising, research on uh, your market, so to conduct this demand forecasting, etc., etc., can be possible only when you enter into an large scale production. Otherwise, it is not possible. This is troubling. Of course, I have already uploaded this video, recorded video. Okay. So such advantages will be there. Even if you produce 10,000 units, you need to spend that much of amount, which is required to advertise your product. So they will not reduce the advertisement cost or expenditure when your production is less. Even if you increase to 1 lakh units or 2 lakh units or 10 lakh units, the same amount you are going to spend on advertisement. So that will be an advantage to the company. No? So we can say that it is an uh, marketing economies. So this is possible when you are in large scale. So same expenditure, but you are producing more quantity of output. So that will distribute whatever you spend on the marketing will be distributed among all the units. No? So cost per unit will be reduced. And coming to the other advantage, financial. What are the financial advantages the companies will have? If the company is going to be in large scale, what happens? Everyone will come forward to provide finance to the company, capital to the company. Like if they are even individuals, public will also come forward to invest their amount. Why means they will be having confidence on this company that they are going to earn more profits because they are in large. Everyone will come forward to invest in that company. So that in that manner, the company can gather the amount from the public. Not only from the public, even bankers will come forward because the financial reports will be indicating that this company is earning profits means automatically bankers will come forward and financial institutions, some institutions are there which will be providing some amount to the uh, companies to develop their company at a cheaper rate of interest. So all this is possible when there is large scale production. Otherwise, no one will have confidence on that company and no one will come forward to provide the financial facilities to the companies. So these advantages will be there related with the financial economies. And coming to the risk bearing economies, so even if there is a change in the preferences of the company, preferences of the product by the customers, automatically there will be loss to the company. No? So if suddenly some new change in the market takes place, like if you take the COVID, suddenly this was an uncertain situation, of course. So if normal conditions are there, suddenly the technology has been changed, then automatically people will customers will prefer the new product which is giving them more advantages, right, leaving this product, already existing product. For example, if you take cell phones, if new changes came in the cell phones and that enters the market already which is there in the market, that will be losing the demand. No? So this is what it is called as what a risk due to change in the preferences of the customers. So even though such changes takes place, large companies can withstand in the market. So they can reduce the product's price, and they can at any cost they will be selling their product. But in case of small companies, it will be very difficult to cope up with such situations. So such risk-bearing economies will be there. See here, example, you can also take a fall, reduction of the price. Suddenly, market uh, price needs to be reduced. So in such cases, large scale companies can withstand in the market, survive in the market. So all those comes under the risk bearing economies. Whatever may be the fluctuation, the company is going to survive in the market. And coming to the economies of research. So research how this is going to be an advantage to the company, because if you conduct research, what are the new changes that is coming into the market, that you can know, and how the people are preferring, that can be known. So to know that, after knowing that, you need to experiment what changes you need to bring in your product, or completely new product should be launched. So what we have to do, that can be known. So that is possible only when you have your own research laboratory. Having own research laboratory is not possible for small companies. That is possible for only the large companies. They can employ even trained researchers also. So recruiting trained researchers will be uh, it will they need to pay more salaries to such people. So that is possible only for the large scale production. So small scale companies cannot hire this type of trained research workers, and they cannot have a separate research laboratory also. So that the advantages will be there related with the research. And they can if they are having laboratories, they can invent new techniques, and they can increase their output. Even they can reduce the cost of production also. And coming to the other economies is welfare economies. What are the welfare economies? What are the welfare facilities that are required by the employees? These welfare facilities are required inside the company and outside the company also. Some inside welfare facilities like subsidized canteens. Subsidized canteens means, if you see, for example, BHL is there. So in their canteens, they will be getting at very cheaper prices, tiffin, tea, coffee, etc., etc. That will be provided by the company. All those facilities can be provided. If it is a big company which is producing large quantity, then only they can provide such subsidized canteens and recreation rooms, even cheaper houses. Even BHL also, you can see the colonies are there, constructed colonies. BHL company itself is going to provide that. How this is possible? Because they are in large scale. So they are providing for the employees at cheaper rate land, and they are constructing the buildings and providing to their employees than what the market price is. So this is how it is possible. All this comes under the economies of welfare. Even educational facilities they can provide. They can have their own. Some companies, if you compare, they are having their own educational institutions which are providing at a cheaper rate education to the employees' children. So all this comes under the economies of welfare. Even medical facilities are going to be provided. So if you provide like this, automatically that will increase the efficiency of the worker. They will be satisfied with all these facilities, and they need not think about all these things because everything is provided with the company. They are going to concentrate on only the work, so which will increase the productivity of the company. So which we can say that it is an advantage to the company. Why these internal advantages will be appear means there are certain causes, reasons. So because you are going to indivisibilities. Indivisibilities means which you cannot divide them into parts to an fixed size of quantity. If you take one machinery is producing 1 lakh of units, can you divide that machinery if you are producing only 75,000? It is not possible. No. So in such case, what the company will do? The company will utilize the whole capacity of the company, capacity of the technology. So to increase the production. So like that, if a worker who is going to be appointed as an permanent employee, so if he is going to work only for half day, is it possible to pay him only half day salary? No. So such indivisibilities will be there, due to which uh, internal economies will exist. So which you cannot reduce, all those expenses you cannot reduce, but you can utilize them to the maximum extent. So if you utilize them maximum extent, that will be reducing your overall cost of production. Okay. So, and the number of units, if you are going to increase, producing units, you are going to increase. So, among all this quantity, the same expenditure will be distributed, and that will reduce the cost per unit. So, this is how they can manage if you are in large scale. And some specialization will be there. So, in some cases, you can divide them, you can make them into related activities. All the related activities can be divided, and they can be set into an one specialization or one department, and for which you can allot the labor, capital, machinery, etc. So if you take example of any company which is going to manufacture, so they may be having assembling units separately, packing separately, marketing separately, separate departments they will be having based on the specialization. As you are going to have based on your specialization, you will be having different departments, no? Like mechanical department, like that. So all the related subjects was grouped there because it is an education. In the same manner, related activities will be divided into different departments under manufacturing. So automatically only one person will be kept as a manager of that particular department. He will be looking after everything, each and every work related with that assembling or packing, etc. So for packing, another manager will be there. Like that, separate general managers or managers will be appointed. So due to which you are going to come across all the internal economies that we have discussed still now. What happened? Okay. And external economies, can you tell me what are the external economies that you will come across? Are you able to listen me? Okay. Coming to the external economies, under this, as we have said, different economies are there, like economies of concentration. Concentration means nothing but same related companies who are going to locate in one particular area. If you see in the market, when you go to a market, uh, all gold shops will be located in one area. All textile shops will be located in one area. Like that, if you see all chemical related companies which are located in our area, no, while going with towards Narsapur, Gandi Maisama. After Gandi Maisama, you can see so many chemical industries are there. So like that, if all those are going to be located in one area, same companies located in one area, which is called as what? Concentration. Why like this? Even though they are competitors, why they are going to be located in one area? Because they are having certain advantages, like skilled labor is available in that particular area. So that means all chemical related workers will be available in, they are going to be located in that area, no? So if you start your company there already, where the companies are existing, so you need not search for the skilled labor, so they will be available there itself, you can utilize them. So that advantage will be there to a company which is going to concentrate in the same area where the related companies are existing. And you can have a supply of power also, banking facilities will be there. So even financial services will be provided by the bankers. And the transportation and communications will be there. So which are already existing there, which you are going to use them. That's all. You start a company in that particular area and you use whatever the facilities that are available. This is an advantage to the company, no? So all these advantages comes under the economies of concentration. So like this, if you concentrate in one area, you can reduce your cost per unit and you can compete in the market. And the next external economy is economies of information. From where you will get the information related with your company. So from any journals are there, like IEEE journal, like that. Some journals will be there to related with your chemical also, no? So if you go through those journals, you can have an idea that what is going on in your related area, what are the new changes that are taking place. So research will be done by different people located in different areas all over the world, and they are going to convert that into a paper and they are going to publish in a particular journal. So if that journal you are going to use, you can have the information related with your related product or related industry, what it is going on throughout the world. That information you can get. So that will be helping you, because what are the changes that are taking place and what are the new technology that came into the market to utilize, etc., etc., etc. Information, if you know, you can bring that into your company. That changes can be brought into the company. So such advantages will be there. So this is from the external society. No, that is not possible within your company. Okay. So like that, even about raw materials, etc., you can know the information. So where it is available, if scarcity is there, from where you can get all the information. You can get information from the journals as well as any published related industry related published books will be there, no? From there you can get the information which will be helping the companies to grow. And externally, what are the economies of welfare you will be coming across? So outside the company, inside some welfare facilities was provided by the company. Outside the company also, housing facilities will be there. You can set up your own housing colonies also, like BHL is doing. So to provide housing colonies from the society only, you are going to procure the land. So how to procure this means, if you are having colony at a particular area, it is not developed. So there, the government is ready to give you some concessional uh, facilities, or the government is ready to provide like transportation facility, etc., to develop that area. So that you can request from the government and you can develop that area. And you can also provide at concessional rates, all the facilities can be provided to your workers. So like that, external economy you can have. And even outside, uh, where already, if already developed area you have selected, there you can have health related, that means hospital facilities, educational institutions, which the company need not provide to the separately to the workers children. So whatever it is existing in the society, that can be utilized here by the company. So they need not spend more on that. So in this manner, the workers will be they will be given, they will be provided the facilities instead of providing the company inside the company, outside the company also facilities can be provided. And economies of disintegration. What do you mean by this disintegration? Hmm? Disintegration means based on the different the work will be expanded if a company has been grown. So automatically they will divide the whole work into small parts, small processes. So separately you can have specialized separate firms. So when you take example of cotton textile industry, on based on the specialized works, they will be having different small companies, like manufacturing thread one company, and for printing another company, like that. Some sister companies can be uh, there. You can integrate them instead of having all these things in one area. You can split them, and you can start them in the society, like for dyeing another company, like that you can do based on the processes. So this will increase the efficiency of the firm, because all those small companies are related with the specialized field, no? So which will increase the efficiency, because only those people, those who are appointed in that particular company, will be having uh, more knowledge related with that particular area of work. So automatically that will increase the efficiency of the workers. Even workers efficiency will be increased. So all these comes under the economies. In diseconomies also, one side a coin is having two sides. No, in the same manner you will be having diseconomies also. So I am not going to in detail about all these things. The same diseconomies will be there. Technical diseconomy will be there. Managerial, marketing. So on the other side, when I am explaining, so these how, ma'am, the other side you may be facing this type of problems, no, like that you may be having in your mind, no. So all those comes under the diseconomies. Technical diseconomies means here we are saying that maximum extent of the technology will be utilized here, but when you require more and more than what the capacity of the technology that you are having, more than that if you want, production. In such a case, you need to compulsory bring another machinery into the company. And the new machinery that you bought into the company may be utilized only 50%. The other 50% you are not able to uh, utilize it. So that will lead to diseconomy. Okay, already existing when you utilize them to the maximum extent, that will lead to advantage. But newly, if you enter anything and only a part of that technology you are going to use, the remaining will be diseconomy to the company. In such a manner, managerial diseconomy is also there. Managerial diseconomy means here we are saying that specialized people, well experienced persons will be appointed. But to what extent they are going to cooperate with the company, and if they feel relax themselves that the company is very big and I need not do anything like that, if they relax, automatically that will lead to unnecessary expenditure towards these skilled people, which will lead to diseconomy. In the same manner, marketing diseconomy also here separately marketing research unit will be there, like that we are saying research will be conducted and we are going to advertise. But when you are having separate research unit and you have done new inventions, whatever you have advertised previously, that is not useful to the existing product. So in such case, whatever you have spent on marketing the product, so everything will be waste, no? So you have to again advertise about the new product that you have invented. So that leads to marketing diseconomy. And even financial diseconomy is how this will be made. Once you are in profits, everyone will come forward to help you. But when you enter into any loss due to any risk in the society, any change in the product, so immediately, if there is no reaction from the company side, so automatically those who have helped, even bankers, investors, everyone will leave the company. They don't want to keep their amount in this company. They will sell the shares of the company and they will go and invest in the other company. So such disadvantages will be there. And not only that, even bankers, they are going to provide at cheaper rates, but they will be fixing certain limit of amount which should be borrowed, even the company is in requirement or not. So for example, they have kept 10 lakhs of rupees should be compulsory borrowed to gain this percentage of interest, 10% or 7%. So if the company needs only 8 lakhs, but they are forced to take 10 lakhs, no? So the interest that you are paying, the company is paying on 2 lakhs will be an wastage. So which will be an disadvantage, financial disadvantage. Okay. So like this, you can explain each and every related. The other side, what it may happen, comes under the diseconomy. Okay, separately research institute we have means department we have means it will be it requires more plenty of amount to be invested on that particular department. If there is no new inventions, no new processes that was identified by that particular department, research department, so that amount which you have spent by investing on specialized people, that will be wastage to the company, which will lead to diseconomy. Okay, so all such things comes under the internal diseconomies. And coming to the external diseconomies, concentration. Due to concentration, what are the diseconomies you will have? Of course, we say that all the facilities that are available in that particular concentrated area will be utilized by the company. But at the same time, it will be a competitor. No? If you are a small company located along with the big companies, Who will look after about your small company? No, not even as customer or not even government will look after that company, right? So there will be competitors in the market. So more than our, even though we are large company, more than our company already existing companies are there means so those people will be dominating this type of entered, newly entered, even though you are in large scale production. So that will lead to diseconomy of concentration. Information also, to what extent this information is available is useful, so that company can implement in their company or not. The information can be utilized or not. Sometimes some misleadings may be there. Sometimes old information may be given, published in this books. Due to usage of that information, you may lead to uh, disadvantages. Even welfare facilities also, whatever it is existing in the society, that can be utilized. I mean, to what extent you can provide that existing welfare facilities to the employees, it will be very difficult. If the employees are dissatisfied, they may leave our company, and company they can search for a company where all the facilities are provided. So that disadvantage will be there. So instead of that, internally, if the company is going to provide, that will be better. Okay. So all this comes under the diseconomies of large scale production.